Look at this stuff, man. April 2nd. It's really coming down. Seems like we're never going to have a garden. A cold and crappy day today. Might as well do a crappy job. This is something we've been wanting to do since we first moved here. I keep putting it off. So, we're going to run a copper line and hook the freezer to a 100-pounder. Now, we were putting a 100-pound tank inside. It was temporary. I don't want to do that anymore. I want the tanks out here. So I got to run a copper line, which means I got to get under this and drill some holes in the floor. And at the same time, I'm going to do the other project that we were intending on doing since we first moved here, and that is to hook up a washing machine. So I'm going to have a gutter that I can move out of the way in the winter when the snow is sliding off, because I don't want that to knock the gutter down. I want to be able to unhook it, slide it under the eave, and hook it back up whenever I want. I'm going to have a water tank in here as an experiment to see if it will be enough pressure with the gravity to the washer, and I believe it will, because it's an old washing machine that we got. So I've been putting all of this off, and now the greenhouse is kind of holding its own. Pretty much everything is planted, so it's just doing its thing. So we were going to go out and check on the beaver today, because we haven't done that in weeks. But I'm just going to get this done. Well, at least get it started. All right. But I had to get some crap moved out of the way, and then all of these little finds that we got at the dump that I stashed under there, I got to get all those out of there. You know, whenever I see skis at the dump, I'll grab them. Like this, I wanted to put a little cargo box on top of it, so when we're pulling up our stuff with the snowmobile, you know, it'll have less drag than that jet sled. This is as far as I got. As you can see, I got a lot of great ideas. Oh, that's the filter for the rainbow. A little piece of PVC, never know when you're going to need that. I got water skis too, because you never know. Now, normally when I have a project that I really dread doing, and I keep putting it off, I try to adopt the mentality that I say to myself, just think how good you will feel when it's done. You know, just keep your eye on the prize, right? Just think how good it will feel when it's finally finished, when it's behind me. So far it hasn't worked with this project.
Just think how good you'll feel when I stop griping about the laundry being piled up.
I know it. All right, I'm going in. There's another pair of skis. Get out. I've been looking for that. See a wind chime. The bubble foil is still in good shape.
That's good.
I need this for the gutter. perfect for like an ice fishing box, you know?
Yeah.
That's if we ever go ice fishing. All right. I'm glad I found that. You probably want that because your wind chime will be out of tune.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta get the drill going. When I built this shed, in the video showing us building it, I insulated this and I said that this shed's going to serve multiple purposes. It's going to keep one thing frozen and keep something else from freezing. And I never revealed it because I just never got to finish the project. So now I'm finishing the project. And I'll show you what I got going on. All right, so most of you have seen that we keep the propane freezer in here. That was the initial plan. And we insulated the building because the propane freezer puts out quite a bit of heat. And even in the wintertime, we have the window open out here. So, I wanted to have the propane freezer, of course it keeps all of our food frozen, and the intention, now I've been intending on doing this since we moved here in 2017, I would have a water collection tank in here. Gutter outside, water comes into this tank. And the heat that's trapped in here that the freezer produces would keep the water from freezing. And this would be like a little laundry shed. So this was all an experiment, okay? So I figured, I'm pretty certain that it would work. I didn't want to invest a bunch of money in a washing machine. We found this little apartment-sized unit on Craigslist. I don't know, 25, 30 bucks I think we paid for it. Fits good in here, and that should work out well for us. Unfortunately, moving here, starting a new life, with all the work that we needed to do to set up a homestead here, this project got put far back on the list. Now I'm taking care of it. Okay, so I got the copper line run. Just ran that underneath the shed. It's hooked to the 100-pounders. So the next thing on the list, I'm going to build a real heavy-duty shelf here. Going to have a water collection barrel on top of it, and then it's gravity feed down to the washing machine. Alrighty. So I've been working on this, but now I realize I'm missing some stuff. I got to get some stuff for the PVC and this and that. So I'm just going to put this project on hold and pick it up after we do another trip to town. But then this is going to get in place, and this will keep Mama happy. Well, we have had nothing but crappy weather, folks, let me tell you. We haven't seen the sunshine in, I don't know, about 4 days. It's been raining one day, snowing the next. Right now you see bare ground around me. That little clip of the snow coming down was last night. All right, the ground was all white, and it was really cold yesterday, and now it's warming up, and it's been raining all day, and the snow is going away. But anyway, as crappy as the weather is, I'm happy to report that inside the greenhouse it's a whole nother world. It really is. And even though we haven't seen the sun, it feels like a sunny day in there. So, since I made my last update, kept on making improvements in there, got the raised beds built, and let's go inside and I'll show you how things are progressing. All right, so coming in here, I am standing in the threshold of the workshop. Got that raised bed all in place and it's planted. All right, and then the other raised bed is filled up with dirt. It's in place and it's not planted yet. Got a little more work to do. And as you can see, everything in here is pretty happy. It's liking the environment in here. All right, so the little beans, okay, I haven't seen any change in them since we put them in the bed, but probably within another couple of days they'll start showing some new life. Freaking pumpkins here. The pumpkin plant gone nuts. Yeah. Yeah. So the lettuce is looking better. Okay, you got all kinds of good stuff going on here. Yep. Yep. Red Solo cups. Yeah. Now even the beets. See, the beets are standing at attention now. They're looking better than when I showed them to you last week. Wood stove's working out perfect. It's perfect size for in here. Just have a real slow fire burning. And it's 70 degrees exact here at eye level. Down at the floor, it's 54. And I've got another thermometer way up top, which is showing 70 degrees up there. Yeah. And Lori's got a lot of flowers planted. Some zinnias, they're really coming into it here. And the marigolds, they're really propped up in a few days here. Cone flowers, they're just starting to show themselves. And 3 or 4 different kinds of sunflowers. And I've always wanted to grow some of those real big sunflowers and never have. So we've got some of those started. And they just popped out of the ground yesterday. It's really cool. Look at this pepper plant. That's really branching out. Happy to see that. Yeah, this is my happy place. Now in here I have nice wide walkways all the way around. I can walk all the way around. The walkway through here. I can walk over here and access this rain barrel. Set a 5-gallon pail down, pour some in if I want. I left room for everything. So I can work in here, but yet didn't waste any space either. This is going to be great. I'm also going to put a shelf beneath that window, between the door and the window. I'll put a shelf there, and that won't block any daylight from anything. So we could put a couple of window boxes up there. Then the ledges down there that you see, like where I have these things sitting on the ledge, I'm going to be able to put planter boxes like that on the ledges, and they can grow greens and stuff in there if I need the space, but I don't know if I will. Hey, this is all a learning experience, like I said, but so far, man, it's been great. Just a couple of things kind of struggling, but I think it's just the butternut squash. We had some butternut seeds, and they're just not doing good. But other than that, everything's looking good. I'm really excited. We got a lot of new things growing that we've never grown before. We've never grown kale. We've never grown Swiss chard. Never grown spinach. Didn't grow lettuce either. So we've got a couple different kinds of lettuce. And the Swiss chard, everything is looking good here. And I just noticed another little plant that I go, what is that? I thought it was a broccoli at first, but the leaves are different. And I'll show you. This little fella right here, see the leaves are different than the broccoli. This is the broccoli here. Okay, you got a smooth leaf. And I know that's broccoli. But this one here has got a, like a sawtooth leaf, and that's the kale. So that's a first for us right there. Yeah. A lot of you have been following along for a long time, and you saw when we started cutting the trees here, and there was a lot of them, trying to open up enough sky so we have daylight enough to grow a garden. And then we opened it up, and then we started building this structure here. And I got to tell you, it really felt like Mission Impossible. But yet here I am, I'm standing in the greenhouse right now. And it's too warm for me. I should have just worn a t-shirt. But I just came down for a second just to show you guys. And here it is, man. Things are growing. And there's snow on the ground. Yeah. So it's just another dream come true, man. Another one off the bucket list. You just can't beat that. Huh?
Frankie and the boss out walking in the woods, living life happy and free. Tracks in the snow everywhere they go. There's a pokey way up in that tree. A beaver built a pond where they have some fun, taking life a day at a time. Best friends until the end. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss. Frankie and the boss.